Good morning. I'm gonna give everybody, 15, 30 seconds to come into the room. But I wanted to start by thanking everybody to join me on this dark morning. We're gonna be doing this for 6 weeks. It's skate conditioning with outdoor gear exchange on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm excited. It definitely is gonna give me some pep in my mornings because I don't know about you, but it's been difficult to wake up as it's been getting darker. So let's give everybody another second or two. If you need to start warming up, I suggest some jumping jacks, some high knees, some air squats, just to kind of get the blood flowing for the morning. And we'll go ahead and get started. So my name is Kelsey Bartland. I'm an outdoor gear exchange gear expert, a group fitness instructor, a doctor of physical therapy, catamount, and most and importantly, I am your Vermont friendly neighbor. So join me. I'm here in Heinsberg. You're at your home, nice and comfortable. Grab some water, grab a mat, grab a towel, grab an optional band if you have one. I will not have any music on my end, so if you want to have music, go for it. It just is better for sound quality. Do what you are capable of. Modifications are encouraged. Do whatever feels best to your body. I will provide some modifications, but feel free to modify even further. So let's get ready for ski season together. The snow should be flying soon. So we're going to do 30 to 40 minute workouts together Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30 a.m. The moves will be the same for the first 3 weeks, and then they will get a little bit tougher for the second 3 weeks. So remember, modifications as possible and whatever feels best to your body. So let's crush this workout. Grab your water. We're going to do some circuit training together. It's going to be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for 6 rounds. So for the first round of that, we're going to have 2 moves. I'm going to show you those moves now. Remember, if you need to start warming up, do some jumping jacks, do some squats, get the blood flowing, and watch and pay attention to these moves. So we're going to do a wide squat. So our toes are going to be out, our feet are going to be just wider than shoulder width. We're going to start going down, knees are guiding over our toes, and then come up. If you want to make it a little bit different, you can go slow on the way down, quick on the way up, slow on the way down, quick on the way up. Second move is going to be a curtsy squat. So one foot is going to be pointed forward. Second leg is going to act like we're doing a curtsy. If you want to pretend, hold your skirt up, you can. But really we're working that standing leg. Okay? All right. So go ahead, shake it all out. I'm going to set the timer. 20 seconds on of those wide tempo squats to get started. All right, nice and wide, let's go. So slow on the way down, quick on the way up. This is also a nice one to get started with in the morning because you don't know it yet, but these moves are gonna get a lot harder. So just getting some blood flowing. 3, 2, 1, relax. We're gonna pick one leg to stay on for this curtsy squat. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. So tuck the leg back. We're making sure that that leg, our standing leg, our toes are pointed forward. Our knee is guiding over our toes. We're going for 20 seconds. Now is a good time to check in. Are you breathing this morning? And relax. We're going back to those tempo squats. Feet are a little wider than shoulder width. Toes are turned out to a 45. And go. So that was 1 round down. We have 5 rounds to go. And then we're going to change the moves. You're with me this morning for just shy of 30 minutes. So this is a good one to get warmed up with. Don't worry, we will get into that high intensity. Relax. We're going to switch legs. So other leg, toes pointed forward. We're going to do our curtsy squat. Ready, go. This is kind of a good one to get warmed up with, but I totally encourage you going for a little bit of jog before this, or just doing some jumping jacks while you're waiting to get started with me in the morning. And relax. Last little round of our wide squats, and then we're gonna get into some fun. And go. So if you wanna go slow on the way down, quick on the way up. We get started quick this morning. Good job waking up at 6:30. Oh, prior to 6:30. 3, 2, 1, relax. Last round of our curtsy squats. So we're gonna switch as we go, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Some switching sides. You get a tiny bit of a water break after this one. And then we're gonna start focusing on a little bit more of our core. 3, 2, 1, relax. Good. That's a nice one just for our first round to get warmed up. A little bit lower intensity, but we're gonna kick it up a notch. So next one, we have 6 rounds of a single move. So this is gonna be plank walkouts. I want you either on hands or on knees, whatever is up to you. And then we're going to take our hands, walk them out further, bring them back in. So if you're on your toes, looks like this. We're walking out far, bring it back in, okay? We're gonna do 6 rounds of the same move. We're going in 20 seconds, so grab a sip of water. I encourage rest in between, set the knees down, even take your belly to the floor, because 6 rounds of the same move is a lot. Okay. Throw me a thumbs up if it's good sound quality, and I'll check on that in just a second. All right, get into position and go. Walk those hands out. Keep that belly button pulled in towards the spine, right? We're staying nice and strong. We're pushing that floor away, especially when it's underneath our shoulders. I want you to act like you're a superhero. You're pushing that floor away. 3, 2, 1, relax. Good, first round down. We have 5 rounds to go. 3, 2, 1, go. I messed up the timing a little bit on the first one. Sorry, so this one's gonna be a little bit shorter. We'll get back on track together. 3, 2, 1, relax. Don't worry, we have 4 more rounds of the same move. So those shoulders are gonna get warmed up, that core is gonna get warmed up. And go. Remember, you don't have to walk out as far as knee. You can bring those hands, just one hand width in front, and that's fine. Just remember to switch which hand you lead with every once in a while. And rest. Good. I don't know about you, but my shoulders are starting to feel warm. That's good. And go. Good, make sure we're breathing. We're gonna get super strong together for free over the course of 6 weeks. 3, 2, 1, relax. Nice job, set it back, shake out the arms, grab a sip of water if you can. We're going again. Last one, 3, 2, 1, let's go. You all are doing great. Make sure you're breathing. Tuck that tailbone just slightly and pull that belly button in towards the spine. 3, 2, 1, relax. Nice job, shake out the arms. You all are doing great. Ready, and go. This is last one. Keep that tailbone slightly tucked. Hold the spine in. Hold that belly button in. Sorry. 5, 4, you got it. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 1 minute rest, and listen, I'm going to tell you these next moves. We have 2 moves coming up on this next one. It's going to be a single leg squat and then a lunge variation. So for single leg squat, if you want to have something close by, hold on to, we're not challenging our balance, we're challenging our strength. So I'm gonna hold on to something. One leg is here. I'm gonna set my butt back, come on back up, okay? If this is not in your wheelhouse for this morning, we're gonna do a regular squat, feet a little wider than shoulder width, send the butt back, come on back up, okay? That's move number 1. Move number 2 is going to be forward lunge, stepping here, okay? Or you can do a jump lunge variation, which is right here. You choose. We're going in 3, 2, single leg squat. Go. 20 seconds. That minute flies by. You're going to learn how to manage that minute really well, how to lower your heart rate in that minute, how to grab a sip of water, maybe how to wipe that sweat off. 3, 2, 1, relax. We're going to switch to those lunges. And we're going in 5 seconds. Whatever variation you want this morning. And go. So maybe we're doing the jumps. Remember, we're doing 20-second rounds. You're going to hit this move 3 times. 3, 2, 1, relax. We're going back to the single leg squats, but maybe let's switch to our other leg. And go. I don't know about you, but I definitely have a little bit of differences, one leg to the other. So I'm trying to work on that. We're all just work in progress. Okay? 3, 2, 1, relax. Good, feeling those glutes warm up. We're jumping over to our lunges, step lunges or jump lunges. Ready, and go. Maybe you start with the jumps and then you switch to those forward steppings. Honestly, you're in your own house. No one cares, okay? Just get your body moving and relax. No one can see you. We're all good. And you know what, and if they can, you're moving your body. It's good. Let's go, we're gonna do single leg squat for half the time on this leg, and then we're gonna switch. Good, we're moving quick, switch. 3, 2, 1, good. Last round of our jump lunges or step lunges. Whatever works for you this morning. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, these workouts are going to progressively get harder over the 6 weeks. We're going to do legs and core on Tuesdays and arms and core, relax. Arms and core on Thursdays. Shake it out. You got a minute. Grab a sip of water, pay attention. I'm going to explain the next move. Single move, 6 rounds. Okay, we're going to do our, I forget what we're doing. Maybe, 2 moves, sorry. We're going to do our standing fire hydrant. So this is where it's optional to have a band right above those knees. We're going to stand on a single leg stance, take our other leg out and away. Not only are we training this glute, but we're also working on this standing leg, getting it super strong. Okay, and then the second move is going to be a tabletop or a bear pose, and then hover, take a single leg, and extend. You can be in that tabletop and be here. Whatever it is, get in position. We're doing our fire hydrants. And go. See that minute, it flies by. You have a built-in 4 minutes of rest total in this whole workout. So you're doing great. Remember this leg that you're standing on. Relax. We're moving down into that tabletop or bear pose. Bear pose is when the knees are just hovering instead of being on the ground. A little bit harder. Ready? Go. Choose a leg, stick with it. Single leg. Hold that spine in, the belly button in towards the spine. Breathe. Relax. Come on up to standing. We're switching which side we're at. So it's going to be fire hydrants, taking that other leg. Ready, set, go. Maybe you're starting to build some heat. Maybe you're starting to sweat. I should have angled this fan towards me. It's okay, we live and learn. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. We're moving down into that bear pose or tabletop for some extensions. We're going 3, 2, 1. Other leg, let's go. Whatever position you're in, I want you to take your hands, spread your fingers wide, and push the floor away. Make that upper back nice and strong. 3, 2, 1, relax. Good. We're switching over to that standing fire hydrant. We're going to do 10 seconds on one leg, 10 seconds on the other. Ready, go. Having your hands on your hips tries to make sure that we're keeping our pelvis nice and level. We're keeping it facing forward. We're not rotating open, right? And switch. Good, we have our last round of our tabletop or our bear pose coming up. Good, relax, shake it off quick. Move down to the floor. Ready, set, go. Pick a leg, stick with it for 10 seconds. And switch. Good, I know today seems like a lot, but as you stick with me, you're gonna learn how we're doing these, and you're gonna be able to work really hard. Relax. Work really hard in those 20 seconds, and try to catch your breath in those 10. Right now you have your built-in 1 minute of rest. We are going to finish out. That happened really quick this morning, but that's okay because I do have these workouts getting harder. We're going to increase reps, and then we're going to change the moves at week 3. So this is our last move of this morning. It is going to be 2 minutes of max burpees. So maybe grab a piece of paper. I want you to write down this number, because as we get better, as we get stronger, you're going to be able to do more of these. It's 2 minutes. So get rest as you can throughout it, and just do as many as you can. Have fun. This is the last little move of this morning, and then we're going to stretch. All right. We're going to start in 10 seconds. Well, I'll explain what a burpee is first. So many variations of this. Do whatever you feel comfortable with, and then I want you to stick with it for the entire 2 minutes. So whether that be here, stepping back, coming up to standing, and then you can do anything from putting the hands down, jumping back, jumping up, standing. You can jump when you stand if you want, and then also if you want, you can take belly all the way down to the floor, press up, and overhead, okay? You choose whatever works for you. I want you to try to stick with that and write down the number at the end. Are you ready? Get in position, 2 minutes, max burpees. Ready, set, let's go. You got it. You're gonna write this number down. It's something that only you need to know, but I want you to save it for week 6, okay? That way you can come back to this on week 6 and think, wow, I came a really far way in my 6 weeks just by waking up a little earlier, set that alarm, and working out for 30 minutes. You're 30 seconds in. That means 90 seconds left. Doesn't it sound better if I say 90 seconds instead of a minute and a half? Pace yourself. 2 minutes is a very long time. So we're going to breathe. If you need to take a rest, you're going to take a rest. Okay? And then get right back into it when you're ready. Count your reps. You might hear me breathing. Okay, remember, lots of variations. Okay. You all are doing great. You have 30 seconds left. And then we're going to cool that heart rate down and stretch. Full body is feeling warm. Five, 4, 3, 2, good. Shake it off. Write down that number. How many reps did you get? Maybe you got in the wheelhouse of 20. Maybe you got in the wheelhouse of 50. I don't care, you got it. You're gonna get better. Okay, let's grab a sip of water. Slow the breathing down. We're gonna do a couple stretches together, and then we're gonna call it a day. First stretch, we're just gonna come on down to our hip flexor stretch. So, kneeling position, right here. We're tucking the tailbone under, okay? I want you to try to achieve the stretch right on this front part of the leg, particularly up in this pocket area, by tucking that tailbone and sending those hips only just like half an inch forward. It's not far. If you need to take one arm up and over, you can do that. Slow the breathing. Today was the easiest of the workouts, okay? But remember, modifications are always possible. We're going to do a hamstring stretch next. So we're going to stay in this position, but send our butt back. Bring our toes up towards the ceiling. Heel digs into the floor. And I want you to hinge at your hips. Okay, I'm keeping my chest looking forward. Nice proud sternum and heart center. Feeling this down the back of this leg that's straight. Good, quick workout, right? That's all it takes. Nice and dedicated. Dedicated to twice a week for what our program is. We're gonna get super strong. You're gonna hit the ski season, and I don't know, feel like you're already halfway through it. You're doing great. We're gonna switch sides. Hip flexor stretch on the other side. Get into that kneeling position. Tuck the tailbone. Send it slightly forward. If kneeling is not an option for you for whatever reason, you can do this in standing. Okay, tucking the tailbone. Send that arm up and over if you can, or if you want to. Keeping my core braced, belly button pulled in, and slowing my breathing down. I'm so happy that you joined me this morning. I will say, I'm normally pretty good about working out in the mornings, but weather getting a little bit darker has definitely deterred me. I've hit the snooze button a couple times, so this is exciting. We're going to do a hamstring stretch. So if you're in the kneeling position, you can stay there. Send the butt back. If you're in standing position, we're going to assume this position. Front leg is straight, heel digging in, toes towards the ceiling. Hinge at the hips. Keep your chest nice and proud. I have my shoulders open. I'm feeling this down the back of that straight leg. If you're just kicking in and joining us now, this is the end of the workout. I'm sorry, you missed it. But you can catch it on IGTV. So these are going to be saved for your enjoyment and your sweat on the IGTV page of Outdoor Gear Exchange. Come on up to standing. We're going to come down to a seated position for our final stretches. First one's going to be a figure 4. So send those feet out in front of you. Bring one leg up, ankle to knee, and then slowly scooch that other leg in. Here. You can do this seated if that's too intense for you. You can be laying down. And if you'd like the variation, pulling the leg in, you can also do that one. So I just prefer the seated because my feet are going to prop me and I can just relax into the stretch. If your hands are on the ground behind you, try to have those fingertips facing towards your toes. Just as good for wrist health. Good, let's switch sides. So back that foot out, switch it up, pull it in. Good, we're gonna focus on these stretches for especially the first couple of weeks, okay? We need to keep our body nice and mobile because skiing, it doesn't matter how strong we are if when we hit a mogul or if we, get close to a tree, if we're not able to dodge that quickly, have good reaction, and absorb the shock when we fall, then we're going to get hurt, which no one wants to get hurt. So, good. Next stretch, we're just going to be down on our backs, but maybe watch it first. We're going to do an internal rotate stretch. So we're going to take our one foot, step it outside of our yoga mat, and then tip our knee down in towards center. My other leg's out straight. I'm going to feel this deep in my butt. Okay. We want to keep all of our hip rotators nice and happy, nice and healthy as we're doing all of this. That means not only giving them a little bit of time and attention with some stretches, but also we're going to try to drink lots of water throughout the day. We're also going to try to maybe pep up our diet. Eat nice quality food, whatever that means to you, okay? Keep those muscles nice and happy. We're going to switch sides, bring that knee up, bring it back in towards center. Straighten out the other leg, step wide of the yoga mat, okay, nice and wide, and then tip that knee in towards center. Good, make sure we're breathing. Thank you for joining me this morning. I appreciate it more than you think. It's nice to have some company. Normally I'm working out in my apartment by myself in the dark. So I do appreciate having some people with me and just spreading the stoke for some skiing. Good, maybe one side of this stretch it feels a little different than the other. If it does, that's fine. Just absorb the sensation. Good, come on back up. Bring yourself up to a seated position. I want you to thank yourself for joining this morning, for setting your alarm, getting out of bed, getting your towel, getting your water, whatever it may be. This is all you need to join me. I want to see you back on Thursday, okay? Set that alarm for the same time. You got it. 6:30 a.m. We're going to focus on arms and core on Thursdays, okay? Legs, core Tuesdays, arms, core Thursdays. We're going to rock it right into the ski season, and hopefully by the end of these 6 weeks, we're going to have our skis on our feet and head down the slopes. I want you to enjoy your day. Drink some water.
Mm-hmm.